California's rent cap bill, what every tenant needs to know. AB 1482 has a couple different names. Folks call it the rent cap bill, rent control bill. Either way, it actually covers two things. It covers rent increases and it covers termination of tenancy. It goes into place January 1st, 2020 and sunsets 10 years later. So the first big question is, does it apply to the rental unit? If it's a single family home or a condo, most likely not, unless it's owned by a REIT or a corporation. If it's a duplex and the owner lives in one unit, or there's an accessory dwelling unit, again, it wouldn't apply. A bigger multi-family building, it will definitely apply as long as the building itself was built 15 years or later. The bill states that within a year period, the maximum rent can go up is 5% plus CPI, Consumer Price Index, with a maximum of 10% increase. The CPI runs about 2 to 3%, and you can find that specific number at the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So the other important portion of the bill is related to termination of tenancy. It's now changed so that it must be just cause. Examples of just cause would be not paying rent, not abiding by terms of the lease. There's a few other examples. Now, if a landlord is going to terminate a tenancy to do a significant remodel, potentially have a relative move in, or maybe the landlord's going to move in, that would be an example where now the landlord must give a relocation assistance payment of 1 month's rent to do that. So it would have to happen within 15 days of the notice, or the landlord can choose to waive the last month's rent. So if you're a tenant, my first piece of advice, let's see if the property is exempt, and we can help you determine if it is. I would also expect annual rent increases. Do the math to make sure it doesn't exceed 5% plus CPI. And then if the landlord gives you a notice to terminate tenancy, make sure they get you that relocation assistance within 15 days or waive the last month's rent. Wire Associates is here to help. You can reach out to us for answers. This is not meant to be tax or legal advice. You're advised to consult with the appropriate professional.